Hi, I'm Jill, curator of anthropology and exhibitions here at the Boonshoft Museum in Dayton, Ohio. If you think back to my very first video, I talked to you about pottery. Pottery is my very favorite artifact, so I decided that I wanted to do Pottery Part 2 with you today. So, what is a pot? A pot is a vessel made out of clay. People have been making pottery for thousands and thousands of years. The oldest pottery ever found in the world was found by archaeologists in China and dates to about 20,000 years ago. That's pretty old, right? What about Ohio? Well, the very first pottery made here was made by the Adena people, and it dates to about 3,000 years ago. So it took us a little longer to make it here, but still, we've been having pottery for a while. So this is a piece of Adena pottery. Does that look like pottery to you? Maybe, maybe not. This is a fragment of pottery called a pottery sherd. So most of the time, archaeologists find pots and they're broken like this one. Since this is early pottery, it's very thick and chunky. And as you can imagine, over time, people got better and better at making pots, so the pots got kind of fancier and more well-made with time. I'm going to show you some examples of pots from other time periods and other places in the world. First, this guy. This piece was made in Peru, and it dates to about AD 1300. It is a blackware vessel, so you can see the pottery itself is very dark in color, and it was made by the Chimu people. So this particular pot is a stirrup strap, so you can see this stirrup here and a stirrup spout going up to the top, and it has a depiction here rather, of a monkey. The monkey is a symbol of mischief and cunning. So a pot like this is very ceremonial, so you wouldn't use this every single day. Very different than our next pot. This is a yellowware, because it's yellow, chamber pot. It was found right here in Dayton at the Tech Town site and was excavated in 2007. And it was made in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So chamber pots, unlike our Chimu monkey pot, were very, very functional and were used every single day. Does anybody know what a chamber pot was used for? It's basically a portable bathroom. So imagine a time with no indoor plumbing. It's very cold in the winter. It's the middle of the night and you gotta go. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna run all the way out to the outhouse? Probably not. You're gonna pull out your chamber pot from under your bed and just relieve yourself until the morning when you can empty this out. Finally, we have this super cool pot from Japan. It dates to the mid-1800s, and this is actually a pot used to trap an octopus. I bet you didn't guess that, huh? If you look at it here, it's covered in all of these barnacles from being under the water for long periods of time. So how does this work? Basically, you'd have a rope attached around it and it would be lowered into the water. It uses an octopus's natural behaviors to lure it into the pot for shelter. There's no way to trap it inside, so it could leave anytime it wanted to. Then the pot is slowly lifted out of the water and the fisherman has caught the octopus. Pretty cool, huh? There are lots of fun activities that you can do at home to help understand how archaeologists study pots, and we're going to do one right now. In order to do this activity, you're going to need to gather some basic supplies. You will need a small terracotta pot, some type of permanent marker, painter's tape, a paper bag, and a mallet or hammer. First, I want you to take your terracotta pot and decorate it. You can use your marker, it can be any color or multiple colors, to draw a design around the exterior of the pot. Make sure your design goes all the way around. I like to draw geometric patterns because I just do. And they resemble some of the pots I really like from the Fort Ancient culture. So you can make this very complicated or very simple. It's totally up to you. When you are done, put the lid back on your marker, set it aside, and take your paper bag. Open said bag and place in your pot. You might need help from an adult to do this. Close your bag and take a piece of your painter's tape and secure it closed. Now, this is where you need your hammer and maybe the help of an adult, depending on how old you are. Feel the pot inside of the paper bag and you are going to break it. You're not going to shatter it, you're going to tap it until you hear it go. Hear that? We're going to do it again. One more time maybe. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to open up the bag and see what we got. Be very mindful of any sharp edges. Lay out all of your pieces and discard any little dust that might come out of the bag. Now we're going to use our painter's tape to put the pot back together. So you can go ahead and have some pieces already ready by peeling them off and kind of sticking them on the edge of the table and have them ready to go to secure your pot together. So, remember that design we put on there, okay? That's gonna help us match this up. So does this fit? No. But maybe this does. We wouldn't want to tape this piece together because we're missing that piece. So first we got to find that piece. So we look at the different shapes. Oop, there it is. Put it in there, secure it, tape it. Next one, put it in there, secure it, tape it. The reason why we're breaking this pot is pottery is very, very fragile. So most of the time when archaeologists find pottery, it's broken into many, many pieces. So one of the things that we have to do as archaeologists is take these small fragments and piece them back together to learn what the pot was like when it was being used. So we have used our painter's tape to put our pot completely back together. If you would like a more permanent join for your pot, you can use some white glue to slowly remove the different taped pieces and replace the tape with glue right along the interior edge. So I hope you learned a lot about pottery with me today. I loved sharing it with you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you next time. Bye! Yeah, whew, I feel better. Very long shoot today.